Hey guys, PSP Wrestler here. Just want to say I'm sorry for not making any videos just recently. I've been away on holiday and pretty busy with other stuff, so I'm going to try and get back into it a little bit more now. This video I just want to talk about the Ted Dibiases, Randy Orton, Sheamus situation that everyone seems to be so curious about. And it is a pretty curious situation, having Sheamus taking on Randy Orton at the Royal Rumble in the main event. To be honest with you, I kind of had a little bit of a feeling this may happen, and I'm not sort of ashamed to say that. I could see this happening because they need some way of building up the two guys in legacy. At the moment, there's little seeds that are being dropped into the situation that you have in mind. Something's going to happen. They're going to split. There's going to be some kind of explosion in the legacy. A perfect example on Raw, I mean, it wasn't a huge thing, but the debate between Cody and Ted about who was going to win the Royal Rumble. Now you have Randy Orton taking on Sheamus for the title at the Royal Rumble. It's kind of making sense a little bit more that one of these guys, most likely Teddy, is going to win the Royal Rumble. The other things you have to take into consideration, and again, I'm not sure if this is a big thing, but on WWE.com a little while back they had the top 10 prospects of 2010. Number one, strangely enough, was Dolph Ziggler. He was the number one prospect on their list. But Ted Dibiases was on there, I think, at a number 3 or 4 top 10 picks. Cody wasn't there. So this could be a bit of a push for Ted. Also, obviously, the release of the Marine 2 coming, it would make sense to push him a little bit, just so they can get that exposure. So to me, it would make sense for Sheamus and Orton to compete as they are at the Royal Rumble. I can see Orton walking away with the title. I can see, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I can see it happening. Teddy winning the Royal Rumble. I'm not sure why I keep calling him Teddy. His name's Ted. That's just strange. Ted will win the Royal Rumble, in my opinion. If he doesn't win it, I think it'll just be, I hope to God it's not someone just the same old guys, like your Triple H, your John Cena, those sorts of guys. I don't want to see that. We see the same thing every year. And Spinnernet made a good point in one of his last videos. It seems to be working in alternate years, and I've picked it up as well. So I kind of hope they go somewhere good with the Ted thing. I still think it's too soon to be pushing him to this sort of level, but I guess sooner or later they've got to take the plunge. They've got to boost someone. They're getting there, I guess, with the Morrison thing, but that's dropped off a little bit. I kind of enjoyed the feud going on with McIntyre and Morrison, but it's getting a little stale. So it's good that they are, I guess, pushing these sorts of guys like Ted DiBiase and Cody to a lesser extent. Just a quick note as well on the TNA side of things. I'm really happy at the moment to be seeing TNA uploading full episodes of Impact on YouTube, which is great. I'm able to watch TNA because, as I've mentioned numerous times, here in New Zealand we don't get it on TV on any of the channels, so that's good. So I managed to hook up my laptop to my TV and just basically watch TNA in full from the 4th of January. And as long as we're talking about that, I'm going to throw my 2 cents in. I think the TNA Impact on the 4th of January was by far superior to Raw. I enjoyed the Bret Hart segment, but it's not going to be enough to sway me. I think TNA won that round. And good on them. They had a good show. The matches majority of the matches were good. They were better than WWE. They just had the attitude with it as well. They just looked like they were going to come out and they were going to kick ass, and they did. And Raw, all they had was Bret Hart, and that's a big draw card, but that's all they had. And when you look at all of the people that turned up on TNA on the 4th of January, and I know we're a long way away from the 4th of January now, but you got to realize, guys, we're delayed here in New Zealand with the footage, so this is my chance to talk about it. I really enjoyed it. I was shocked in a way, to see Jeff Hardy come back, and I was a little disappointed just because I know now that I won't be able to see Jeff Hardy compete on television every week for WWE in New Zealand. So I'll be looking at TNA a lot more as well because of that. I guess the time off really got to him as well. Just looking at the shape of him and the state he was in, he's obviously been just relaxing a wee bit and just chilling out. The training maybe not so much. You could tell he's slightly out of shape. And talking of which, the January 14th, possibly 17th episode of Impact, man, did Tomko look out of shape. Wow. Anyway, I won't talk about that now. I'm picking Randy Orton to beat Sheamus for the title at the Royal Rumble. I'm picking Ted Dibiases to win the Royal Rumble, and then I'm picking a face turn maybe just before WrestleMania, Orton to face Dibiases for the title. I still think Orton will win at WrestleMania. If it is Orton Dibiases, I'm picking Orton to win at WrestleMania, just to build the rivalry and build up Dibiases' profile. I'm looking forward to seeing where they're going to go with this. I'm not too sure about the guest hosts on Raw coming up. Is it John Heder and Don Johnson? God, man, just give me TNA over that. Seriously, what's going on with the guest host thing? I thought the Tyson thing was mediocre. He obviously didn't kind of know what he was doing with the scripting. It was pretty obvious to see, but it was entertaining, I guess. SmackDown was pretty good, as it has been for the last few weeks. But anyway, that's me, guys. Make sure you check out all your favorite YouTubers' videos, and I'll be back sooner rather than later with my next video. Thanks, guys. See you down the road.